name is Lane Brasington, and I'm going to be talking to you about the emotional background behind abortion. We all have one thing about being human that completely controls everything that we do in everyday lives. This is the emotions, of course. These emotions can be altered by things we do and encounter. The one emotion-altering subject I'm discussing today, of course, though, is abortion. Emotions are a huge part of the before and after process of abortion, and they could change a woman's life. They could evolve into depression later on, or they could evolve into satisfaction. But there are major things that can alter the emotions of a woman that's aborting. Her family, her friends, and of course the clinic that she is going to. Now, the family and friends play a huge part, because if your family approves of your abortion, or your friends approve of your abortion, or your boyfriend approves of your abortion, you are way more likely to not feel the guilt and depression that women can feel while going through with this process. But if you're on the edge a little bit and you're not sure, that could also cause you to feel bad about it. Carol Everett was an owner of many different abortion clinics, and after she got closed down, she admitted that she would never show a woman a sonogram of the fetus because she didn't want their emotions to be altered by this one little thing and for them to choose to not go through with it. Of course, that's about $600 or so on her head that she would lose just from these little emotions playing in a girl's head. Makes sense on her part. But the women that were unsure about their abortion and still went through with it can have many, many, many problems later on in life. 81% of women are known to develop some sort of mental health issue or drug or alcohol abuse. This abortion can play a huge part on their lives forever. It could also cause them to look at their bodies differently. They think about the fact that this baby was ripped out of them, and it makes them lose their sex drive in a way. It also could actually do some real damage and cause them to feel no satisfaction at all, which could, of course, be a huge depressor in our lives. There has been over 100 support groups for abortion that have popped up around the world since abortion was made legal in 1973. That's a lot of women that have required the help post-abortion of someone that can explain these emotions to them and help them make it through these negatives. Another huge depressor for a woman going through with abortion is how far along she is in her pregnancy before aborting. Women that aborted in their first trimester reported way less of being depressed. In fact, they reported more of being satisfied than depressed, if anything. But women that have aborted in their second trimester have reported of becoming depressed and feeling like they have failed in a way. These emotions, there's so many tied to abortion that there has been a huge amount of mental illnesses reported for women that went through with their abortion. compared to women that went through the childbirth. In fact, of course, as months go along, it becomes so much more for the women that went through with the abortion than it was for the women that kept their baby. You see, though, it stays the same at first from the initial sense of relief before emotions really start to settle in about what they had just put their body through and what they had just gone through. I'm actually going to give you a real up-close image of this so you can get an idea of how different the emotions and the incidences are after abortion and if the woman gave birth to a child. It makes sense, though, that the support groups have popped up everywhere considering these statistics. There was also a story that I read in Why Pro-Life that a woman who was getting an abortion and felt pain lunged forward and looked and saw this bowl full of the pieces of the baby, and it completely destroyed her life. She said that she couldn't even watch a Pampers commercial without breaking down in tears and crying. So we cannot say that emotions don't play a huge part in abortion and our lives way after abortion. Because all sorts of emotions revolve around abortion and the concept of abortion. Between the depression, the satisfaction, regrets, feeling of being broken and not having any want for sexual intimacy anymore. Abortion is just a huge emotional roller coaster. Many people encounter these emotions differently, though, we see. And this can change their lives. But one thing is undeniable, is that emotions are a huge role in the abortion process.